And now he spends most of his time at the Red Lion Inn and comes home drunk every night.
Who made the cows and sheep so meek? Who feeds the cats and dogs their meat? Who's the loving father of fur and feather? Man! Bounteous man! Wonderful man!
His farm was now thoroughly neglected. The fields were full of weeds and the animals were underfed and in poor condition.
Who guards his servants with a gun? And when the time to leave us come, who leaves pigs and horses to slaughter houses? Man! Masterful man! Powerful man! Good! Good! That's good! Good! Hungry!
My strange dream from last night, but I will come to that later. I have something else I wish to say to you. Now, I do not believe, comrades, that I shall be with you for very much longer. Before I die, I feel it my duty to pass on to you this knowledge that I have so acquired. Now, I have lived a long life, and I have had much time to think as I lay alone in my stall, and I do believe that I understand this life of ours as well as any animal now living. And it is about that in which I wish to speak to you.
Sorry.
Now,
Molly, why are you late? I was stoning my booth. Sorry.
now listen. Oh, comrades, what is this life of ours? Well, let's face it. This life of ours is miserable, laborious, and short. We are given just enough food to keep the breath in our bodies, and those of us who are capable of it are forced to work to the last atom of their strength. And when our usefulness has come to its end, we are slaughtered with hideous cruelty. No animal in England knows the meaning of happiness or pleasure after they are a year old. No animal in England is free. This life of ours is misery and slavery, and that is the plain truth. How does the life of an animal pass? An endless drudgery. What is the first lesson that an animal learns? To endure slavery. How does the life of an animal end? Hideous butchery. Now, is this because it is just the nature of our lives? Is it because this farm of ours cannot produce enough food for its inhabitants? No! And 1,000 times no! This land of ours is fertile, and the climate is good, and is capable of producing enough food for 12 horses, 20 cows, and 100 sheep, and all of them living in the dignity and the comfort that is now beyond imagining. Then why is it that we continue to live in this miserable state? Because almost the whole of the produce of our labor is being stolen from us by the human beings. There you have it. I have summed up the evils of our lives with one word: man. When you get rid of man, and the root cause of all of our hunger and overwork is abolished forever. He's the Lord of all animals, and yet he cannot lay eggs. He cannot pull a plow. He's the greatest of all criminals, stealing the wool from the sheep and the milk from the cows. He's the Lord of all animals, and yet he is of no use. For he consumes, 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 and consumes, and cannot produce. Man is the only creature who consumes without producing. He cannot lay eggs, he cannot give milk, he cannot pull a plow. and he cannot run fast enough to catch rabbits, and yet he is the Lord of all animals. He puts us to work, and he gives us back just enough to keep us from starving, and the rest he keeps for himself. Our dung fertilizes this land, and our labor tills it. And yet none of us has anything more to show for it than his bare skin. You cows, how many thousands of liters of milk have you given in this past year? And how much of that has gone into raising your sturdy calves?
Every drop of it has gone down the throat of our enemy.
And you chickens, how many thousands of eggs have you laid? And how many of them have hatched into chicks?
They've all gone to market to bring in money for Jones. They've all been stolen from us by our master, man.
And Clover, what of those 4 foals you bore that were supposed to be your support and your pleasure in your old age?
Each one were sold at a year old by our enemy, man. I will never see them again.
No, you won't. And what have you got in exchange for those 4 foals? Other than a bare minimum and a stall. Not even our miserable lives are able to reach their full span. Oh, for myself, I do not grumble. For I am 12 years old and I have had over 400 children. And such is the lifespan of a pig. But no one is spared the knife at the end. You 3 porkers, each one of you will be squealing for your lives on the block before you're a year old.
No! No!
Oh, yes!
No!
Now, this is a fate we all must face. Cows, sheep, chickens, even horses and dogs. Boxer, they'll butcher you.
Why me? I work hard for them.
The very moment your muscles lose their strength and you can no longer pull that plow, Jones will sell you to the knacker who will slit your throat and boil you down for glue. And you dogs, you'll lose your teeth and you can no longer catch rabbits. Jones will tie a brick around your neck and throw you in the nearest pond. Now, is it not crystal clear, comrades, that the evils in our lives stem from the tyranny of the human beings? We get rid of man, and the whole of the produce of our labor becomes our own. And almost overnight we become rich and free. Now what must we do? We must work night and day, body and soul, for the overthrow of the human race. Yes, that is my message to you, comrades. Rebellion. I do not know if this will take place in a week or if it will take place in 100 years, but I know, as sure as I see the straw beneath my feet, that one day justice will be done. So fix your eyes on that, comrades, for the remainder of your lives. And furthermore, pass on this message to future generations so that they too can carry on this struggle until it is victorious. Our cause shall never falter, and no argument shall lead us astray. Do not listen when they say man and animal have a common interest, that the prosperity of one is the prosperity of all, for it is all lies. Man can serve the interests of no other creature except himself. Now, we must have perfect unity in this cause, comrades. All animals must be comrades. All men are evil, all animals are comrades. Whatever goes on 2 legs is the enemy. Whatever has 4 legs or wings is a friend. Now also remember this, comrades, that in fighting man we shall never learn to resemble him. We may not adopt his ways. No animal shall ever live in a house, or sleep in a bed, or wear clothes, or drink alcohol, smoke tobacco, handle money, or engage in trade. All the habits of man are evil. Most important No animal, whether he's strong or weak, clever or simple, shall ever tyrannize over another animal. All animals are brothers. No animal shall ever kill another animal. We are all equal.
Oh, Major, what about the wild animals? What about the rats or the rabbits? Are they our friends or our enemies?
You decide. You must learn how to vote. You must learn to take your lives in your own hands. So I shall put that question to the meeting. Are the wild animals our comrades? All in favor say aye.
Aye!
And now, comrades, I shall tell you of my dream last night. It was a dream of the earth as it will be when man has vanished. And it reminded me of something that I'd long forgotten. When I was a small pig, my mother and the other sows used to sing a very secret and ancient song to me. When I was an infant, I knew the tune, but I had shown lost, forgotten that. But last night, however, it came back to me. And more so, the words. Words which I am sure were sang by the beasts of ancient time. Now I am old, and my voice is hoarse, but I shall sing you this song, comrades, so that you may learn. Beasts of England, beasts of Ireland, beasts of land and sea and skies, hear the hoofbeats of tomorrow, see the golden future rise. Pull the rings from out your noses, tear the saddles from your back. Bits and spurs will rust forever, cruel whips no more shall crack. Riches more than mind can picture, barley, wheat, and oats and hay. Clover, beans, and rutabaga shall be ours upon that day. For the day we all must labor, though we die before it break. Horses, cows, and geese, and turkey shall all toil for freedom's sake. Now the day of feast is coming.
Now the day of feast is coming.
Tyrant man shall lose his throne.
Tyrant man shall lose his throne.
And the shining fields of England.
And the shining fields of England
Shall be trod by beasts alone.
Quiet!
Then beasts of Ireland, beasts of land and sea and sky, hear the hoofbeats of tomorrow, see the golden future rise.
3 nights later, Major died peacefully and was buried at the foot of the earth.
Comrades! It is my pleasure to announce that together with the assistance of Comrade Napoleon and Comrade Smiller, I have elaborated all the teachings of old Major into a philosophy. Yes! A philosophy, comrades, which we have decided to call animalism. Now that's animalism, comrades, that is to say, animal way, comrades, or the way of the animal. Or maybe even what it is to be an animal. Or perhaps it could be something more like the character of being an animal, the essence of an animal as opposed to a human, or something in...
Animalism, Comrade Snowball.
Yes, thank you, Comrade Napoleon. Animalism. Animalism will lead us to a life of plenty. Everything that we produce, we shall own collectively. No man, no master.
But we should be loyal to Mr. Jones. He's our master.
And besides, he feeds us. If he were gone, wouldn't we starve to death?
Why should we care what happens to us if we're dead?
I don't care what happens after I'm dead.
No man, no master.
Animals help each other.
Work fast, work faster.
Work for the future, comrades!
If this rebellion is going to happen anyway, what difference does it make if we work for it or not, huh?
Mr. Jones is our master. We lay our eggs for him.
Mr. Jones feeds us. If you were gone, we would starve to death.
So we need to be loyal.
Such statements are contrary to the spirit of animalism. Can you not see, comrades? Do you not see?
Animalism will change history. Two-legged creatures are the enemy. Cow, sheep, chicken, goat, goose. Every animal shall eat what animals produce.
No man, no killing. What is our battle's sequel?
A land worth tilling. All animals are equal.
Try to understand, comrades. Allow yourselves to live by the spirit of animalism.
No man, no master. All animals are equal.
No man, no master. All animals are equal.
Excuse me, will there still be sugar after the rebellion?
No.
But will I still be allowed to wear ribbons in my mane?
Ribbons are a mark of the human beings. All animals should go naked.
Comrade Molly, those ribbons you are so devoted to are the badge of slavery.
The badge of slavery. Can't you understand that liberty is worth more than ribbons?
I suppose so. But couldn't I have some liberty ribbons?
Where is Mr. Jones?
He went to the pub yesterday and hasn't returned.
We haven't been fed in 2 days? How does he expect us to lay eggs if he doesn't even feed us?
My stall hasn't been cleaned in days. It stinks. I shall refuse to enter.
We haven't been milked in 24 hours. Our udders are about to burst. This is most uncomfortable.
Bah! Mr. Jones has been away for days.
Oh, and I suppose you want food, yes? Is that what you want, yes?
Yes!
Food, yes?
Never forget what lies before you. Believe, brethren, believe. Work hard today, and you shall see Sugar Candy Mountain. Sugar lumps, linseed cake, meadows and clover. Sugar Candy Mountain, friends. Work Sunday 7 days a week, and no laboring is done. Beneath the milky fountain, beasts lie under the sun. Oh, hallelujah, brethren! Hallelujah! So be joyous of the day when we shall all see Sugar Candy Mountain, that wondrous land to which all good animals go to when they depart from this vale of tears. So work hard today, so you may join our Sugar Candy Choir.
There's no such place as Sugar Candy Mountain.
No sweet by and by. There's no such place as Sugar Candy Mountain. Sugar Candy Mountain is a lie!
Animals are slaughtered and then converted into pork or mutton pie, which is guzzled down the throats of men. Sugar Candy Mountain is a lie!
A mountainous lie!
There is no life after death, comrades. Lies, all lies, put about by Mr. Jones. Life with Jones is death. Life with animalism is life. Animalism is life.
Animalism is life.
We must be patient, comrades. When the rebellion comes, we'll all be free. Beasts of England,
Beasts of Ireland, beasts of land and sea and skies. Hear the hoofbeats of tomorrow. See the gold. From our houses, tear the sound from your back. Because shall last forever. No whips, no more shall crack.
search the whole farm for other signs of human beings and eject them too!
Follow me!
And here, comrades, are the ribbons that Boxer and Clover were forced to wear in their mane and tails on market days. How humiliating! Ribbons, comrades, are the mark of human oppression. They are clothes, comrades, which are the mark of a human being. All animals should go naked. Comrades, I will, out of the goodness of my heart, take it upon myself to raise the 4 guard dogs, the 4 puppies of Mr. Jones' guard dogs that they were abandoned by their mothers, who fled with Jones, and I will re-educate them and bestow upon them the freedom provided by animalism.
Comrades, I hereby propose that this odious farmhouse be converted into a museum. A museum of man, the murderer. Let's put it to the vote.
Agreed! Comrades! I further propose that under no circumstances must any animal ever live there. It is agreed! Agreed! Thank you, comrades. The motion is carried. Comrades, we have a difficult day ahead of us. Today, we begin the hay harvest. But before then, there is one other matter that must be attended to first. It is my duty to inform you that over the past 3 months, since the death of old Major, Comrades Napoleon, Smila, and myself have taken it upon ourselves to learn to read. Yes, to read, comrades. And to a lesser extent, to write.
But how? How can you learn to read? How can you learn to write?
Through diligent study and hard work, we taught ourselves to read and write.
From an old spelling book that belonged to Mr. Jones' children.
And which we found on the rubbish heap.
It is intended we utilize our newfound skills for the benefit of all animals. It is therefore with great pleasure that we hereby change the name of this place to Comrade Napoleon.
Comrades all, I give you Animal Farm! Comrades, please. Now, during our studies in the past 3 months, we 3 have succeeded in reducing all the principles of animalism into 7 simple commandments. Now, these 7 commandments must be our new laws, by which we must abide. Without such laws, there would be chaos, comrades, and our lives would be no better than under man. And these 7 laws are the very principles that old Major spoke of in his last announcement. These are the laws of Animal Farm. 1. 2-legged beings are our enemies.
Our enemies!
2. 4-legged beings are allies and friends.
Allies and friends!
3. Animals shall never wear clothes.
Never wear clothes!
4.
4.
Animals shall never sleep in beds.
Never sleep in beds!
5.
5.
Animals shall never drink alcohol.
No alcohol!
6.
6.
Animals shall never kill animals.
Never kill animals!
7.
7.
All animals are equal.
All animals are equal!
These are the 7 commandments. These are the unalterable laws of Animal Farm. Hooray!
Comrades! Now that we are all equal fully responsible for the running animal farm.
Bah, do we have a leader?
You're all leaders now, all leading Animal Farm to a bright and happy future.
But who makes the decisions?
We do.
But what if I don't agree with the other leaders?
But you will. The majority is always right.
Oh, goodbye.
Don't you worry, comrade. Just be practical. If we work hard enough, we shall not be hungry. And if we're not hungry, we shall worry less and argue less.
That's right, Napoleon. Comrade Napoleon is always right.
He is!
Thank you, comrades.
Now, comrades, to the hayfield. Let's see if we can get to harvesting more quickly than Mr. Jones did.
We haven't been milked in 24 hours. Our others are about to burst.
This is most uncomfortable.
Quite right. Fetch the milking buckets. We must help our sisters. Fellow porkers who seem the most capable to milk them. So to work, there's no time to lose.
What will happen to the milk?
Yes, what will happen to all that frothing, creamy milk?
Oh, Mr. Jones used to sometimes mix it in with our mash.
Never mind the milk, comrades, that will be attended to. The harvest is more important. Comrade Snowball will lead the way, and I shall follow in a few minutes. Forward, comrades. The hay is waiting.
I thought it might be.
Comrades! Oh, comrades, how we sweated and toiled to get the hay in, and how our efforts have been rewarded. It is my pleasure to inform you that the hay harvest was an even bigger success than we had hoped. The work was hard. The implements were designed for human beings, not for us. But thanks to the ingenuity of comrades Snowball and Napoleon, we managed to find a way around every difficulty. And comrades Boxer and Clover understand the business of mowing and raking far better than Jones ever did. Here's to us all, comrades, our first taste of success.
Where's the milk?
You do not imagine, comrades, that we pigs are taking the milk in a spirit of selfishness and privilege. On the contrary, many of us actually dislike milk. I dislike it myself. Our sole object in mixing the milk into our own mash is to preserve our health. So, milk, this has been proved by science, comrades, contains substances absolutely necessary for the well-being of pigs. We pigs are brain workers. The whole management and organization of this farm depends on us. Day and night, we are watching over your welfare. It is for your sake that we drink milk.
We never asked you to.
And it was never voted on in a meeting.
Does Snowball know about this?
Do you know what would happen if we pigs failed in our duty? Huh? Jones will come back. Yes, Jones will come back.
Comrade,
Surely none of you wants to see Jones back.
none of us wants to see Jones back.
I propose the pigs be kept in good health.
It is in our own interest.
I propose not only the milk, but also the wonderful apples when they come. The main crop of apples when they ripen should also be reserved for the pigs.
Agreed.
Thank you, comrades, thank you.
Boxer was everybody's hero. He worked hard even for Mr. Jones. But now he seems more like 3 horses than 1. Some days nothing gets done without him. From morning to night, he's pushing and pulling, always where the work is the hardest.
Nobody knows that. I have arranged with the rooster to wake me up 30 minutes earlier every day so that I can put some extra work where it's needed.
Oh, and he's a tower of strength. Whenever there's a problem, he just says, I will work harder.
I will work harder, Clover. I will work harder.
Molly, you were late again for work this morning, and you left early this afternoon.
Oh, sorry. Oh, is it all done? I'm not good at getting up in the mornings. Ouch! I think I have another stone in my hoof. Ah, food. I'm starving.
May I?
Donkeys live a long time. A long time. None of you have ever seen a dead donkey.
Benjamin, aren't you happy with our Jones?
In Jones's time, I used to work hard every day. Now he's gone and everything has changed, and I still work hard every day?
But now, with Doc Jones here, the food tastes better now. It's because it's our food. We grew it ourselves.
Yeah, and it's not given to us by a mean and grudging master.
Aye!
Aye!
Comrades, comrades! The hoof and horn stand for the world republic of animals, which shall be achieved when the human race has finally been overthrown. See! The banner of grass is raised. The animals are striding through the dawn, and the green flag is flying with the signs of hoof and horn. Man is fleeing the countryside, and soon our meadows shall be clean. For the green flag is flying, and all England shall be green. The meeting is now officially open, comrades, officially open. I have many ideas that will benefit us all. I propose a resolution that we form committees for the betterment of our standards of living. I propose the formation of an egg production committee for the hens. I propose a clean tail league for the cows. A wild comrades re-education committee to bring the rats and the rabbits back into our fold. Oh, I also propose a whiter wool committee for the sheep. Also, we must look after our old comrades. I propose that they be allowed to retire to a place of rest in the black committees with us.
We can't do everything at once. We must be practical. We need every able-bodied animal to work.
The old have earned some peace.
Peace? This is wartime. We're surrounded by enemies. Everyone, old and young, must be trained in the use of firearms.
No! I will never agree to that. That would be behaving like men. We must never behave like men. Remember, old Major, we must never behave like men.
If we cannot defend ourselves, we are bound to be conquered.
Napoleon is always right.
You are wrong, Comrade Napoleon.
Comrades, Snowball is a brilliant pig. He inspires us all, but you can't expect that all his ideas will succeed. Now, I am a practical pig, a pig of few words. Defense, comrades. Defense of Animal Farm must be our priority. We must prepare ourselves for the inevitable human onslaught.
I don't believe it. How will you vote? All of you. I want your opinions. Who agrees with Napoleon and who agrees with me?
I am thinking it over.
Benjamin, what about you?
I'm not gonna start thinking at my age.
I can't make up my mind.
Molly?
I always find myself in agreement with the one who spoke last.
You must be responsible. You must learn to start thinking for yourselves.
Yes, let us go on with the meeting. We'll have the report on the reading and writing classes. All the pigs can now read and write perfectly well. I wish I could say the same for the rest of the animals. Muriel reads fairly well, but is only interested in reading scraps of newspaper which he found on the rubbish dump, and then consequently eats.
I can read, but not too fast.
It is suspected that Benjamin can read as well as the pigs.
But as far as I know, there is nothing worth reading.
Clover has learned the whole alphabet, but cannot put the words together. Boxer, however, is magnificent. Boxer, will you repeat the alphabet?
Yes, capital E, capital F, G, and H.
You should be doing capitals A, B, C, D, Boxer. You knew those last week.
Yes, but this week I learned E, F, G, and H.
Yes, but now that you've learned capitals E, F, G, H, you seem to have forgotten about capitals A, B, C, D.
It's too difficult. I think I shall be content with the first 4 letters. That's all I can do. I will write them out once or twice every day, so I keep them fresh in my memory. And I hope it will set an example.
What about you, Molly?
I know capital M and capital O. I know capital L and capitals I and E.
Don't you know any more letters?
No, I only need to know the 6 letters which spell my name.
You must do better, Molly. Animalism cannot tolerate selfishness.
Order, comrades, order! We must not get angry at meetings. We must always be reasonable.
Yes, let us rather move on to more serious matters. It has come to my attention that some of our weaker comrades seem unable to learn the 7 commandments by heart.
Yes.
I have therefore reduced the commandments to a single saying. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. This contains the essential principles of animalism.
I object. I've only got 2 legs. So do all birds.
Ah, yes, but you see, a bird's wing is an instrument of propulsion and not of manipulation. It should therefore properly be regarded as a leg. The defining feature of man is the hand, the instrument with which he does all of his mischief.
Does that mean we're good?
Yes, you're good.
Okay, but I still got 2 legs.
Oh, but it doesn't matter if you don't understand. What matters is that you accept my explanation. Do you accept my explanation?
I accept your explanation.
Good! Now, repeat after me. 4 legs good.
4 legs good.
2 legs bad.
2 legs bad.
4 legs good.
4 legs good.
2 legs bad.
2 legs bad.
All together. 4
4
legs
legs good. 2 legs bad. 4 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 legs good. 2 legs bad. Jones is coming! Jones is coming!
Comrades, we have nothing to fear. I have studied a good book on Julius Caesar's campaigns. We shall beat them at their own game. Pigeons, fly over there and drop your tongue. Geese, pack at their ankles. The rest of you, follow me. Charge!
I didn't mean to do that. I forgot I was wearing iron shoes.
I've no sentimentality, comrade Boxer. War is war. Every good human being is a dead one.
But I don't want to kill anything. Not even a human.
Quickly, after him!
No! Let him go.
Comrades, we have achieved a great victory. We shall celebrate and commemorate this great day. Medals must be awarded. Yes, medals. We all witness the outstanding courage and bravery of Comrade Boxer. I propose that we unanimously confer upon him the decoration Animal Hero First Class.
Thank you,
Agreed. Give Noble a medal too. It was his plan that won us the battle.
Agreed.
Thank you, comrades. The motion is carried.
Thank you, Comrade Spiller. Thank you, comrades all. But the victory belongs to you.
Hear, hear, bravo for Boxer and Snowball.
Hooray! Are they all gone?
Yes.
Is it safe?
Yes.
I'm sorry I couldn't stay. I had to hide my head in the hay. I can't stand fighting.
What shall this glorious day be called? Every October the 12th we shall have a celebration. And what shall the battle be called?
This battle has only one name. Snowball's Battle.
No! I think you will all agree that that is the wrong name. You all fought this battle, and you all brought us victory. Let it be named the Battle of the Cowshed. For this is where my ambush was sprung. I second my motion, which means I believe that my motion is carried.
Agreed.
Agree.
Mom! You're late for work every morning, and you're always complaining about some mysterious ailment. Although your appetite seems to be excellent. Molly, I have something serious to say to you. This morning, I saw you looking over the hedge that divides Animal Farm from Mr. Pilkington's farm. and Mr. Pilkington was standing on the other side of the hedge. And I was far away, but I'm pretty sure I saw this. He was talking to you, and you were allowing him to stroke your nose. What does this mean, Molly?
He didn't. I wasn't. It isn't true.
Molly, look me in the muzzle and swear that that human being was not stroking your nose.
It isn't true. It isn't true. It isn't true. How dare you ask me such questions? Sugar lumps for Molly, and 27 ribbons in my mane. Goodbye, Animal Farm.
I propose that we sow a bigger acreage with barley.
I propose we sow a bigger acreage with oats.
The big meadow is just right for cabbages.
The meadow is useless for anything except roots.
I have plans, innovations, and schemes.
In my humble opinion, comrade, your madcap proposals will come to nothing.
Not so, comrade, not so.
I have no innovations, plans, schemes. I believe in quiet, conscientious work, not risks.
A dynamo, comrades, powered by a windmill, comrades, will supply our farm with electrical power. Yes, electrical power. And this will light your stalls and warm them in winter. Now, the plans for the windmill are fully worked out in chalk on the floor of my study, and I invite you all to come along and inspect them.
Ridiculous, comrade. Snowball is mad. It will never work.
Yes, it will work.
Comrades, surely our great need is to increase food production. If we waste time on a windmill, we will all starve.
4 legs good, 2 legs bad. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
Now then, the sheep must allow us to talk. We should say what we think. Of course, Boxer.
I, of course, don't believe there will be more food or less work. Life will go on as it has always gone. Badly.
Snowball, this windmill of yours is impossible.
Difficult, comrade, not impossible. We will have to gather stone to build its walls, we shall have to make sails, and we shall have to buy dynamos. But I believe all this can be accomplished in 1 year.
1 year!
It will supply our farm with electrical power.
We can't do everything at once. Why can't you be realistic?
I am being realistic. Look, the power will do your work for you. You can graze at your ease in the fields or improve your mind with reading and conversation. So much labor will be saved that you animals will only need to work 3 days a week.
How did you think of this, Snowball?
Oh, Mr. Jones left an excellent book behind, 1001 useful things to do about the house. Now it is taught me how to lay bricks and how to understand electricity. So now I can build windmills.
Put it to the vote. We'll be past voting, comrades, when our stomachs are empty. Now, I'm a plain pig, a practical pig, and I say this. The great need at the moment is to increase food production. If you waste time on windmills, we'll all starve to death.
Do you deny my ideas?
Yes, I deny your ideas.
Vote for Snowball and the 3 days week.
Oh, vote for Napoleon.
Vote for Napoleon and the full manger.
Defense, comrades, defense!
Yes, comrades, defense.
The windmill, comrades, the windmill. The 3-day work, 3-day week. More food, less work, electric light, heat, rest, and plenty. The windmill, comrades.
The windmill is nonsense, and I advise nobody to vote for it.
A vote for Snowball means food for the future.
Vote for Napoleon and eat it now.
Vote for Snowball.
Vote for Napoleon. 4 legs good.
2 legs bad. 4 legs good. 2 legs
The windmill,
bad.
comrades, the windmill. The windmill is the way, comrades. The windmill is our way. The windmill is our power, comrades. Now vote with me. Vote with yourselves. Vote yes on the windmill. The electricity will operate threshing machines, plows, harrows, rollers, reapers, and binders, as well as supplying every stall with its own electric light, hot and cold water, and an electric heater. Now think of it, comrades. Comfort and peace, comfort and peace. Think of the future. Think of your children. Think of the dignity of animals worldwide when they are free from toil. Do you vote for the windmill? Aye! Indeed, aye!
Snowball is gone.
Gone?
Yes, gone to the world of men where he belongs. Snowball, as we now know, was little better than a traitor and a coward. He wasn't.
He fought bravely at the Battle of the Cowshed.
Bravery is not enough. Loyalty and obedience are far more important. And I believe a time will come when we shall all see that Snowball's part in the battle was much exaggerated. Only the guilty run away.
Where do the dogs come from?
They are my puppies. I brought them up to be big dogs.
They wag their tails at you just as their parents wagged their tails at Mr. Jones.
That's right, Benjamin. They are well trained. From now on, Sunday morning debates are cancelled. They are unnecessary and just waste time. In future, all questions relating to the working of the farm will be settled by a special committee of pigs presided over by me. We shall meet in private and afterwards communicate our decisions to the rest of you. All animals will still assemble on Sunday to receive their orders for the week, but there will be no more debates.
No more debates? If there's no more debates, there's no more Animal Farm.
No! Don't say that. Comrade Napoleon, no more voting?
No, Boxer. But your wishes will be carefully considered by the special committee of pigs. We live in dangerous times, comrade. We must show solidarity and have strong leadership, and we must defend ourselves against our enemies.
I'm sure Comrade Napoleon would only be too happy to let you make your own decisions yourself. Only, you might make a wrong decision, and then where should we be?
That's right.
Discipline, comrades. Iron discipline. That is the watchword for you today. One false step, and our enemies will be upon us.
You having more?
Surely, none of you wants to see Jones back.
No.
No! None of us wants to see Jones back. We can't have that, comrades. If Comrade Napoleon says it's right, it is right. Agreed? Comrade Napoleon is always right.
He agrees.
But why can't we vote?
I trust every animal here appreciates the sacrifice Comrade Napoleon has made in taking this extra labor upon himself. Do not imagine, comrades, that leadership is a pleasure.
Mornings will bring Jones back, then the debates must go.
Perhaps our enemies will get to hear of our disagreements and think we are weak.
Comrades, I have now had time to think it over, and I think I have a solution. What Comrade Napoleon is offering us is leadership. He's a practical pig, a pig of a few words. Let's do what he says. Agreed?
Agreed.
Thank you, comrades.
We have chosen wisely, comrades. Comrade Napoleon is always right. Long live Animal Farm!
Long live Animal Farm!
And now, comrades, we assembled here at Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, as all the time, to pay our respects to old Major. His skull, clean of flesh, has been removed from his orchard grave and been hung from the ceiling. Minimus, the first animalist poet, will pay his tribute to old Major.
Once, all as Alma's eyes were blind, full of fact of our slavery. Old Major had a very clever mind. He showed us man's nature. Old Major, please lead us, help us win our daily war. Old Major, please feed us. Thank you very much, great boy. And so, let us salute the skull of Major then. For behold, his enormous brains. And every Sunday, when the clock strikes 10, we shall march past his remains.
I have a brief announcement to make, comrades. We must look to the future. Animalism will lead us to incredible achievements. And no task is too great for animalism. We're going to build a windmill.
What?
The Special Committee of Pigs has, after much deliberation, decided that now is the time for the building of the windmill. This means 2 years of hardship, sacrifice, and work. And I know you will all do your duty.
But I thought that Napoleon thought that the windmill was not a good idea.
No, comrades. Napoleon was never really opposed to the windmill. The plans which Snowball drew on the floor of the shed were copied from papers stolen from Napoleon. In fact, the windmill was Napoleon's own creation. And it always was. And what a fine creation it is, comrades.
And why did he speak so strongly against it?
Tactics, strategy, and cunning. Comrade Napoleon only seemed to oppose the windmill as a maneuver to get rid of Snowball. Comrade Napoleon is an expert at tactics, strategy, and cunning.
But why did you want to get rid of Snowball?
Because he was not practical, not realistic, comrades. He went too fast. I suppose you could say he was leading us quickly towards starvation. The windmill will prevent that.
Comrades. If Comrade Napoleon says we need a windmill, then we build a windmill. Agreed?
Agreed!
Comrades, agreed?
Agreed!
Comrade Napoleon is always right! Good job, Benjamin. Good.
has become necessary, comrades, to implement voluntary work on Sunday afternoons. Now, this work is strictly voluntary, But any comrade who fails to volunteer will have his rations reduced by half.
Give up. It's working.
Sometimes he's the only one doing the work, and many of the times he's saved the others from slipping down this hill under the weight of these stones. He's such a tower of strength. You must be careful, Boxer. Don't overstrain yourself. Horses' lungs don't last forever, you know.
I must work harder. Napoleon is always right. No one knows that. I have arranged with the rooster to wake me up 45 minutes earlier, so I drag some quick load before the day starts.
I'm worried about you, Boxer. You think there are two answers to every problem. I will work harder, and Napoleon is always right.
They are the answers, Grover.
Comrades, we have discovered that we're running short of essential materials. Paraffin oil for the lights, string, nails, and dog biscuits, among other things. Thus, I have decided upon a new policy. In order to provide Animal Farm with these things, I shall be engaging in limited trade with neighboring farms.
Go bring Napoleon! Will you repeat that?
Yes.
Animal Farm will engage in trade with neighboring farms.
This is not for any commercial purpose. I'm therefore making arrangements to sell one stump of hay and part of the current year's wheat crop. Furthermore, if more money is needed, it shall be made up by the sale of eggs.
But what about our chicks?
The hens should welcome this sacrifice as their own special contribution toward the building of the windmill.
But, Comrade Napoleon, this means dealing with humans.
True, comrade, and I have taken care of that. There will be no need for any of you to come in contact with human beings, which clearly would be most undesirable. I will take that burden upon my own shoulders.
We must object. These were amongst the earliest resolutions passed after Jones was expelled. 1. Never to have any dealings with human beings.
Yes!
2. Never, ever to engage in trade.
Yes.
And 3. Never to make use of money.
Yes.
Silence!
Are you certain this isn't something you've dreamed, comrade? Have you any record of these resolutions? Are they written down anywhere?
I remember them.
We all remember them.
Comrade Snowball always told us not to behave like men.
Agreed, yes. 4 legs good.
2 legs bad, 4 legs good.
2 legs bad! For any further discussions, I have recognized necessity. We need money, so we will engage in trade. A certain Mr. Wimper has agreed to act as intermediary between Animal Farm and the outside world. He will visit me every Monday morning to receive instructions. The matter is now closed. Long live Animal Farm!
Long live Animal Farm.
Animal Farm.
Why are you always going in there?
It is absolutely necessary that the pigs, who are after all the brains of this farm, have a quiet place to work in. It is also more suited to the dignity of our leader, Comrade Napoleon, to live in a house rather than a mere sty.
I heard that the pigs take their meals in the kitchen.
And they'd use the drawing room to play in.
And they sleep in bed.
Oh, gracious!
Comrade Napoleon is always right.
I remember a definite ruling against thefts. Muriel, would you read the fourth commandment?
It says, animals shall never sleep in beds. With sheets on.
I don't remember it saying the sheets on.
Well, but it must have. It's on the wall.
Comrades, you did not suppose there was ever a ruling against beds. A bed merely means a place to sleep in. A pile of straw in a stall is a bed. The ruling was against sheets, which are a human invention. We pigs have removed the sheets from the farmhouse beds and sleep between blankets. They're very comfortable blankets there too, but not more comfortable than we need with all the brain work we have to do nowadays.
But it was Comrade Napoleon himself who said that we shouldn't.
When, Comrade Muriel? When? You would not want to rob us of our repose, comrades? Surely none of you wants to see Jones back.
Oh, no, we don't want to see Jones.
Oh yes, and due to the extraordinary pressures of brain work, comrades, we pigs will be permitted 1 hour extra sleep in the morning.
Give us food. We need to be fed.
Teacher's starving.
Did you hear what Mr. Jones said? What the pigeons are saying? They said that when we're really weak, Jones intends on attacking Animal Farm again.
Why is there no food?
The joy of service, comrades, the joy of service. The knowledge of our bright future and the dignity of our labor. Knowledge and dignity, comrades. Knowledge and dignity. We must take advantage of this clear weather, and you will raise the walls by another foot, and we're another foot closer to completion.
We are building our windmill. I must work harder. Comrade Napoleon is always right.
Windmills, electricity, the more you have, the more you want. God had given me a tail to keep the flies off, but I'd sooner have no tail and no flies.
Comrades! It has been found necessary to reduce the corn ration by 3/4
We haven't been fed in days. Nothing but chaff and mangles.
And due to the disastrous grain situation, we have accepted a contract of 400 eggs per week in exchange for enough grain and meal to keep us
But
going.
it's not if you take away our eggs now.
The clutches are ready for the spring sitting.
We can't spare our eggs.
You have to surrender your entire lay for the benefit of Animal Farm.
No, it's murder!
It's murder!
Consider economics. The eggs have got to go.
Consider our unborn chicks.
We must have the eggs.
No. Until each egg has the right to become a hen, no eggs shall be sold to men.
There'll be no more eggs at all. Let the eggs rain down from the hen house.
Let the eggs shall smash.
Let the good yolks dry.
I am outraged, comrades, outraged at the hen's callous disregard for the needs of the many. It is decreed, therefore, that all rations to the hens are seized. Furthermore, any animal caught giving so much as a grain of corn to a hen will be punished by death. Snowball is secretly frequenting the farm. Yes, he comes in now in the cover of darkness and performs all kinds of mischief. He has stolen the corn, broken the eggs, upset the milk pails, gnawed the bark off the fruit tree, trampled the seed beds. Do you remember the window that was broken last week? Did you notice the blocked up drain in the cow shed? I believe that the lost key to the store shed was stolen by Snowball and thrown down the well. Any animal who can give evidence of Snowball's villainies will be rewarded on extra rations.
Comrades! The most terrible thing has been discovered. Snowball was in league with Jones from the very beginning. He was Jones' secret agent all the time. This has been proved by documents which have just been discovered. To my mind, this explains a great deal, comrades. Did we not see for ourselves how he attempted to get us defeated and destroyed at the Battle of the Cowshed?
He didn't. Comrade,
Animal hero first class, immediately afterwards.
That was our mistake, comrades. See, for now that we know that in reality he was trying to lure us into our doom. Do you not remember how he suddenly turned and fled and many animals followed him?
I remember that he returned and retreated.
That was his tactics. Military tactics.
Comrade Squealer, I don't believe that Comrade Snowball was a traitor at the beginning. What he has done since is different. But I believe that Comrade Snowball was a good comrade at the Battle of the Cowshed.
Our leader, Comrade Napoleon, has stated that Snowball was Jones' secret agent from the very beginning, long before the rebellion was ever thought of.
Comrade Napoleon says that?
Yes, he does.
Then that's different. If Comrade Napoleon says it, must be right.
There you are, comrades. There you see the true spirit of animalism.
Comrades, we have been robbed! When I kill children, I shall be boiled in oil and torn apart by every pig on the farm. The 5 pound notes are forgeries. Whimpers got the eggs for nothing. Get to Whimper! Get to Whimper!
Let me give you a warning, comrades. Every animal on this farm should keep their eyes very wide open. For we have reason to believe that some of you are Snowball's secret agents. We know who you are. We have sniffed you out, and we will hunt you down!
Comrades, there is a terrible threat to our future. There are traitors here on Animal Farm. These traitors must be brought to justice. Bring them before us.
Move!
Let the trials commence.
On! Hurry! Hurry! Move! Move! On! Hurry up! Move!
Comrades, you see before you the same dissenters that made such a fuss when Snowball was expelled. We now know why, comrades. I hereby call upon them to confess their crimes.
What?
Confess your crimes.
Oh, yes. I have been in touch with Snowball since our expulsion, and we are secretly conspiring to give Animal Farm back to Mr. Jones.
And what has Snowball admitted to you?
That he's been a secret agent for Mr. Jones since the beginning.
It saddens me that a young pig should be guilty of such treason. Death to traitors!
You said I confess. You would spare my life.
Silence!
As any other animal, anything else to confess?
Hen!
Snowball appeared to me in a dream and incited me to disobey Napoleon's orders and lead the rebellion over the eggs. Oh, I fully confess.
Death to traitors, Wells!
Oh!
I hid 6 ears of corn during the harvest, Then I ate them one by one secretly,
Death!
night after night.
Death to traitors!
See?
It was us who urinated in the drinking pool. We were told, but no more.
Death to traitors! Take them away! Move! Go dig a trench, build a pyre, and burn them! Remember this day, comrades. Assembly dismissed.
The air was heavy with the smell of burning flesh.
Until today, no animal had killed another animal. Not even a rat had been killed.
I don't understand. How could those things happen at our own farm? It must be our fault.
What are you going to do, officer?
I must work hard. I will get up 60 minutes earlier and work.
Something's different. Benjamin, would you read the Sixth Commandment?
I refuse to meddle in such matters.
Muriel, would you read this?
Animals shall never kill animals. Wait, without good cause.
I don't remember those last three words, without good cause.
Well, the commandment has not been violated. I mean, there was good reason to kill any animal that helped Snowball.
We must start again. Surely this cannot be what we had to look forward to that night that old Major first brought us to rebellion. He spoke of an animal society, free of hunger and the whip, all equal, each working to their own capacity, the weak, the strong protecting the weak. We must try to remember what old Major said and start again. Beast of England, beast of Ireland, beast of land and sea and sky.
Good news, comrades, good news! By special decree of our leader, Comrade Napoleon, Beast of England has been abolished.
What?
From now on, it is forbidden to sing it.
But why?
Because it is no longer needed, that's why. Beast of England expressed our longing for a better society in the days to come. Well, now those days have come. That society has been established. The rebellion has been completed. The execution of the traitors this morning was the final act. Clearly, the song no longer has any purpose. Minimus has composed a new anthem for Animal Farm, which he will teach you now. It is to be sung every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock after the hoisting of the flag.
But see the totter of the pigs away, the swine advance with belly stout, and the green flag is flying with the curly tail and snout. Yes, the pigs are leading all the animals. The green flag is flying, and all England is our sty, is our sty, is our sty, is our sty.
But this song doesn't come anything to Beast of England.
I have even more good news, comrades. This week, the production of every class of foodstuff has increased. Hay production up 200%, corn production up 300%, milk up 400%, eggs up 500%. Well done, Comrade Hen.
Under the guidance of Comrade Napoleon, I've been able to lay 5 eggs in 6 days.
Now, isn't that a great achievement?
We're doing well. We're doing well, right, Benjamin?
I'd rather have less figures and more food.
What?
We're still hungry.
Speak up, Benjamin. Let us hear your thoughts.
I have no thoughts.
Then look happy. Do you ever laugh, Benjamin?
I see nothing to laugh about.
But we want you to be happy, all of us. Come on, Benjamin, laugh! Next time, Benjamin, laugh when I tell you to. Animalism is complicated business. inflexible equality is unrealistic. Our system is successful, though with certain contradictions. And thanks to the untiring diligence and guidance of our illustrious leader, Comrade Napoleon, father of all animals, protector of the sheepfold, duckling's friend, terror of mankind, etc., I am pleased to announce that the windmill is finished.
Hooray! May I personally congratulate each and every animal for this incredible achievement. Despite the demands of the harvest, the traitor Snowball's treachery, and your own inexperience, the windmill has been completed on the very day of my predictions all those years ago. Clearly, a testament to my masterful planning. Therefore, I hereby and with much pride decree that this mill will be called Napoleon Mill.
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
In celebration, comrades, there will be a general increase in rations by 1 potato or 1 apple per animal for 1 week. Long live Animal Farm!
Long live Animal Farm!
Comrades and comrades, I have composed a poem. It is a ode to our father, Comrade Napoleon. It is entitled Comrade Napoleon. Friend of the fatherless, fountain of happiness, Lord of the swill bouquet, oh, how my soul is on fire as I gaze at thy calm and commanding eye, like the sun in the sky. Comrade Napoleon, had I a sucking pig ere he had grown as big, even as a pint bottle or as a rolling pin, he should have learned to be faithful and true to thee. Yes, his first squeak should be, Comrade Napoleon.
I approve of this poem. Such loyal sentiments are welcome in these treacherous times. I reward you by appointing you my first taster.
What do I have to taste?
You will have the first taste of every meal served to me, in case my enemies are poisoned.
Early in the new year, Animal Farm was proclaimed a republic, and Napoleon was unanimously elected president. Trade with neighboring farmer Mr. Pilkington and Mr. Frederick continued, and the cash received for timber was invested in whiskey. Lots of whiskey.
In fact, of a litter of 17, I was the smallest pig. It was more of a scramble than a birthday. I came out back to front. And the last to lunch of the whole bunch, yes, I was the litter's runt. And the runt sees his power, for he knows all the tricks, though she bites will never bite back. And the piglet who once was the weakest of runts shall be leader of the pack. Comrades, I have created a new decoration. The Order of the Green and Red Banner. I conferred it upon myself for various acts of bravery and...
Mr. Jones is coming! Mr. Pilkington is coming!
You're going to the big bathroom. They are going to Napoleon Mill!
Impossible! The walls are built far too thick for that. Courage, comrades!
I thought they are not going to knock it down, they are going to blow it up!
That's right! The windmill is gone! Even the foundations are destroyed!
It's like it never existed!
Hooray! Why are you cheering?
Victory!
What victory?
One victory! Have we all driven off the enemy of this soil, the sacred soul of Animal Farm?
But they have destroyed our windmill.
What is the matter?
For 2 years!
What is the matter? We'll build another windmill. We'll build 6 windmills if we feel like it. You love. Understand, comrades, the mighty thing we've done. The enemy was in occupation of this very ground that we stand upon. And thanks to our leader, Comrade Napoleon, we won every inch of it back again.
Then we have won back what we already had.
Our victory!
Excellent! This calls for a toast to the Battle of the Windmill!
For the first time it occurs to me that I'm getting old.
Horses' lungs don't last forever, you know.
You keep me going long enough to see the windmill rebuilt. I must work harder. I will work harder. All I want is to leave a good store of stone for the windmill. I must work. I will work.
Boxer, there's blood coming from your mouth. What's wrong with you?
It doesn't matter. I have been looking forward to my retirement. If I make a good recovery, I might be expected to live for another 3 years. I look forward to those long, peaceful days that I'm going to spend at the corner of the big classroom.
What do you do with your spare time?
I have a plan.
What is it, Boxer?
Something I long wanted to do. I'm going to devote the remaining of my life to learning the 22 letters of the alphabet.
You must get help at once. Run, Warren. Tell Squealer what had happened.
This is most distressing, comrades. Most distressing. Our leader, Comrade Napoleon, has learned with the deepest distress of the great misfortune of one of our most loyal workers, Boxer. He has made arrangements for him to be sent to the town hospital for treatment.
Why? I don't like the animals leaving the farm.
I understand your reluctance, Comrade Clover, but I assure you that he can be treated there far more satisfactorily than here. We are hardly equipped. Comrade?
Comrade Napoleon is always right.
Goodbye, Buster! Get well!
Fools! Fools! Can't you see what's written on the side of the van?
Horse is ill.
Horse slaughterer and blue boiler. They are taking Boxer to the butcher.
I am so sorry, comrades, to have to inform you of the departure of our dear comrade Boxer to the other place. In spite of the best treatment, he passed on late last night. I was with him at the very last. At the end, almost too weak to speak, he whispered into my ear that his sole sorrow was to have died before the windmill had been rebuilt. Forward, comrades, he whispered into my ear. Forward in the name of the rebellion. Long live Animal Farm. Long live President Napoleon. President Napoleon is always right. Those were his very last words, comrades.
Sadly, comrades, it was not possible to bring back our late lamented comrade's remains back for interment on the farm. But we pigs intend to hold a memorial banquet where there will be a lot of whiskey drunk in Boxer's honor.
And always remember, comrades, the wise words of our dear friend Boxer. I will work harder, and President Napoleon is always right.
The years passed. Seasons came and went. It wasn't long before no one remembered the old days before the rebellion. Snowball was forgotten. Even Boxer was forgotten, except by the few who had known him well.
I'm a little bit older now. A bit more stout. Very stiff. But I'm still working. You know, Benjamin, I try and I try, and I just cannot seem to remember what it was all like before.
Well, don't worry, Clover. I remember everything. Somehow the animal has grown richer without making the animals themselves any richer. Except for the pigs, of course.
Good news, comrades, good news. Egg production up 200%. Wheat production up 400%. Hay production up. Oh, everything is up. Everything is up.
But we don't see none of it. Hardship and disappointment are the unalterable law of life. No matter how much things change, they always remain the same.
Someday, Benjamin, someday, it'll all be good again. At least we don't have to be human beings as well.
Yeah, at least we work for ourselves. I mean, none of us is calling another creature master. It's like old nature said. All animals are equal. All animals are equal.
My vision is failing. It looks different now. Muriel, would you read what you see?
No, I won't read anything.
Benjamin?
There's only one commandment now, and just this once, I'll break my rule and read it to you. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others.
The world's turned upside down.
I must say we've learned a lot today. There once was a time when a farm owned and operated by pigs would have seemed abnormal. But what do my friends and I find here today? Not only the most up-to-date methods, but a discipline and order that is an example to farmers everywhere. And I must say, your lower animals do more work and receive less food than any animal in the country.
Hear, hear!
Honored guests, fellow pigs, I too am happy that this period of misunderstandings is finally at an end. Our sole wish is to live at peace and in normal business relations with our neighbors.
Well, between pigs and man, there is not, or shall there be, any clash of interest. Is not our struggles and our difficulties the same everywhere? I mean, is not the labor problem the same everywhere? I mean, you have your lower animals to deal with, and we are lower classes. Gentlemen, I salute you. To Animal Farm. Animal Farm.
Thank you for those kind remarks, Mr. Pilkington.
I just have one criticism to make on Mr. Pilkington's excellent and neighborly speech. He referred throughout to Animal Farm. Well, Mr. Pilkington, you could of course not know, for I'm announcing it now for the first time,
that the name Animal Farm has been abolished. Henceforward, this name is to be called Manor Farm. That is its original and correct name. Gentlemen, to the prosperity of Manor Farm.
Manor Farm! More profit for fewer people.
More power in fewer hands.
More control over beast and human.
Use every inch of land. I see the future shine on me, and picture things as they will be, when chickens will lay 10,000 eggs and never have to stretch their legs.
And sheep in crates may spend their days and grow us wool and never graze.
Silky mink and the fiery fox shall grow us fur within a box.
And calves are born, grow up, give birth, and die, but never walk on earth.
I see the future shine on me and picture things as they will be, when night and day and hot and cold and birth and death are all controlled.
And profit rules and all is calm on England's grey and modern farm.
And profit rules and all is calm
on England's grey and modern farm.
Science is a wonderful thing. Us humans, in order to produce more clothing, are developing a pig who can grow wool.
What? We pigs experiment with human beings so they can lay eggs!
The faces are melting. The faces are melting and changing. Man, pig, pig, man, man, pig, pig, man. It is impossible to say which is which.